if I have an espresso right now, I'll fuck shit up.
So
Which isn't necessarily a bad thing.
And the cup's shaking. I don't want my coffee shaking.
You seem a tad wound up, buddy.
I think there's a whole group of married couples that only have sex on obligatory random holidays.
Why? That's
Because
silly.
they don't like each other.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know why women want to cut off sex. It's supposed to be good for them too. Do you think they ever enjoyed sex?
You had to at some point, right?
Then why would you stop? Why do women get married and then just stop? Like, how do they live their life like that without orgasm?
Up and down, faster, 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 faster. Are you okay? I've never felt better.
They had to have liked sex with the person if you chose to marry them. You wouldn't go, I'm going to spend the rest of my life with someone who's a lousy leg. Do you think they fake enjoying sex while they're dating and they're trying to trap the dude with like, woo, look how many blowjobs I get, put a ring on my finger, and then shut off? Or do you think they enjoy sex and then something happens and they don't?
They probably enjoy sex, or they have their regular libido when they're dating, and whatever that is, because it's not so much that they are not having sex when they're married, it's that there's a change. So it's like, if a person was only having sex once a week dating.
Do you think people only have sex once a week while they're dating?
I hope not. That sounds very...
How many times a week do you think the average dating couple has?
It depends if they're living together or not. Because if they're living together, they're probably doing, I imagine, once a day or once every other day. Because they're right there. And you don't have kids, and there's no reason not to. Like, why wouldn't you?
I don't understand why you're not.
You're
all the time.
I mean, it wouldn't make any sense not to. I mean, you're right there. You care about the person.
So why do all these couples go from just, pound town while they're dating?
Pound town.
Pound town, technical terms. Pound town.
Dear.
Pound town, just left pound town. Put your baby around.
And if they go from one level when they're dating to another level when they're married, like, there has to be a reason for that.
Do you think it's ever the dude who doesn't want sex?
I imagine so. Yeah, I can imagine some guys have a reduction in their libido at some point in their life.
Why do you... Not medically. I'm not talking about, I gained 200 pounds. My dick can't get hard anymore. Like, I'm talking non-medication, non-medical, non-trauma.
I think with both men and women, stress, usually weight gain, not because weight gain interferes with having sex, but it's just people don't feel good about their bodies.
Is that why you think a lot of women stop having sex with their husband?
Yeah. You're a person who, when you're stressed out,
I want more sex.
Yeah, I think a lot.
But I also want sex when I'm happy.
That's true. With depression, there's like, the symptoms are overeating and undereating.
You could go.
Yes,
hypo.
Yeah, I think some people would have more sex when they're stressed out, and then other people would have less. And I think most women have less sex when they're stressed out.
Why?
And I think a big part of it is guys don't do enough childcare, because kids drain you. And if, like, you're just like the dude who's like, I'll just go to work and then I come home and then, like, I half-ass it with the kids or half-ass it with the house, I think the woman starts to get resentful and tired. Like, she's just wore out.
So you think married couples stop having sex because of resentment issues?
Yeah, I think resentment is a huge part of it.
Oh, I guess I'll go in and piss on the fish.
Is everything all right?
I would never humiliate you like this.
You're not equipped to, honey.
Leaving so soon, baby doll? No!
Because when you resent someone, even if you still love them, you're not going to want to be physically intimate with them. Like, if there's something unsaid between a couple, and it's just like you don't want to get into it.
I don't wanna know if you're playing me.
Most human problems boil down to immaturity.
You know what's funny? I think women probably get resentful, stop having sex, and then because of the lack of sex, men get resentful.
Fine. I'll help you do the damn dishes.
Oh, come on. You know what? No, that's not what I want.
You just said that you want me to help you do the dishes.
I want you to want to do the dishes.
Why would I want to do dishes? Why?
See, that's my whole point.
I don't get why you wouldn't want more sex when you're stressed. It's one of the best things you can do for stress.
I don't get why people who are depressed don't eat. Like, when I'm depressed, the first thing I do is eat.
Yeah, but people can have different relationships with food. I mean, not many people are like, oh, orgasms, those suck.
I hate
I
those.
hate all of the orgasms. Please stop it. No.
Yes! 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 Oh! 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 Oh, God. Oh.
I'll have what she's having.
Talking about how much time she spends girling, you know.
What does that mean?
You know, doing her hair and makeup and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, I spend, 3 hours a day girling to get a man, but the thing that the man wants only takes 10 minutes. And I thought, yeah, that's kind of funny. I think the petty resentments build up, and then you don't talk about the petty resentment.
You're acting crazy again.
Don't you call me crazy. I am not crazy.
I didn't call you crazy.
just
I didn't
did.
call you crazy. No, I didn't. I said you're acting crazy.
But when you talk about the lack of sex, like, wouldn't you just sit down and be like, hey, we used to have sex 5 times a week and we haven't touched each other in a month, so what's up? Like, wouldn't a dude be like, hey, okay, I'm not going to force myself on you, but
Right.
I enjoy sex with you. I noticed you're not into it lately. Do we need to make a doctor's appointment? Are you feeling okay? Are you mad at me? Like, why wouldn't a dude be like, hey, babe, like, what can I do to help us get it in?
Yeah. What would he say?
I mean, honestly, if I was a dude, I'd be like, babe, whatever you need.
Whatever you need. You need me to do dishes.
Like-
you need me to take the kids out of the house for, a few hours. Like, what do you need?
Yeah.
That requires maturity. And I think people, especially modern people, there's a huge deficit of maturity. Like, most couples that are not doing great, they don't have mature. Every time they try to talk about something serious, they just fight. And then after a while, usually the guy is just like, I don't fight.
My favorite cursing language would definitely be Spanish.
Oh, wow, that's nice. And why? Is that because they have the best curse words in Spanish?
Yeah, some of them are kind of just delicious. They're so good when you need to let it out, and they're longer, more elaborate. Here, some of them are like...
Yeah, they're punchy here, yeah.
There is like you have more time to explode the anger. It's fantastic.
No, don't laugh. Here it comes.
Pito arrugado, podrido, apestoso, empolvado, hijo de puta!
That sounded really Mexican.
Say my age.
People fear having that mature conversation. They're like, I might lose that once a month, or I might, it might turn into a really bad issue.
You're already not f***ing. How much worse could it get? What do you think guys do in response to that? Because they're clearly not
To ride bikes.
tie-dye in the rain. He's wearing tie-dye, bicycling in the rain. I don't think he's making good decisions overall.
He really needs to get away from his wife.
I didn't want the details.
True.
I don't want to know about your dude's
Yeah, I don't
janky
want it.
jock. I don't need the details of your man's dick.
I don't
Like,
need
I'm
to
not your
know.
nurse. I'm good.
No, but I mean, I from seeing people in all over the lifespan, you know, in therapy and stuff, usually it's an issue starts, and then nobody wants to fight about it, so they don't talk about it.
So, but then it just gets bigger and bigger.
Right.
And you also don't have to fight about it. I get it's a sensitive topic, and you don't,
Right.
maybe not in the moment at the, okay, it didn't work. But the
Right.
next day, like,
Yeah.
I don't know, make him a nice dinner, give him a massage, and be like, baby, what can we do? Or, hey, I made you a doctor's appointment. We're going to go together. Or I read up about it. Or, I mean, like, we would be
Right.
at every specialist. I mean, I would turn into Sherlock Holmes.
Sherlock.
So, this investigation might move a bit quicker if you were to take my word as gospel.
Let's get this back on track, Mama.
But I think
Mama needs the goods.
I think that's the other side of it, though, is I think people's view of sex is it has a very mysterious, magical quality, and they're afraid that if they talk about it too much, they're like, I don't know, they'll break it. You know, people are like, oh, well, you can't talk about it because it's this nonverbal space.
This isn't Harry Potter. It's
It's
Dick.
not this guy.
He who should not
Yeah,
be named.
yeah, exactly.
Like you can talk. Like you've made a vow before God. Like you can talk about each other's parts.
Yeah. Well,
if you can put your mouth on his dick, you should be able to talk about it.
But that's
Dicks.
the thing is, like, we're a very immature society. You know, people are not comfortable having mature conversations where other people might get offended, where other people might get mad.
But it's not with a stranger, it's with the person you have decided to go through life with. Like, we can talk about anything, we will go through. That's what marriage is. Like, I'm signing up for me and you through everything. That's the deal. Every married couple we know, the chick's like, I'm good.
That's so weird.
I don't get it. And I'm like, if he's just
like
bad
the
at it, you chose him.
Yeah,
you got to pick, girl.
But
it's not obligatory. But if I got nothing out of sex, you're the person I love most in this world. If it was like totally neutral for me and it did not a god thing, I'd be like, well, you see, it does so much for you. Let me do it.
I like giving you massage.
Yeah.
Not because I'm like, oh.
I like my,
like rubbing
my
your
partner,
right.
I'm bringing pleasure to my partner, the person I love in this world. Like, why isn't that a beautiful thing?